Alright, I'm going to start this video today basically on a brief subject um, as far as money and how it affects certain human beings. How this material item is actually changing the emotions of people, and that at this specific time, 2018 of August, things seems to be escalating, and the the actual love from people that should be given to each other is not actually there. And it's so hard to, stay humble and stay quiet and stay to yourself to a point where you start to understand that these individuals are asleep, or they seem to just don't care anymore. They will see a homeless person on the street, or they'll see someone that's actually been helping them and they refuse, or they'll show you through signs that they lack of care, they don't have no feeling whatsoever. Now, I wanted to get on this subject today because basically I come across people that's showing signs of being some sort of psychopath, self-centered individuals that just seems to not care about um, those people that are around them. And to see signs in these people actually are, which is basically the title, bank account change of heart. Once these individuals receive something and they're not doing basically anything to get what they want, but are actually deceiving people, not putting any effort as far as showing love, care, or concern for other people, that they think that they're privileged to just do and get whatever they want. Lie, steal, cheat, even to the point that these days people are contributing, helping those thieves, those people that um um they're showing signs that they don't care about what God's telling them to do. They seem to have no empathy for anything that they do. There's an overburst of excitement and enjoyment when they do receive money or abundance of things that they think that's going to actually change their soul and spirit to help other people and show signs of caring. But in this world, especially in the Western world, in America, this disease is just not. It's spreading so rapidly, and it's been going on for a long time. But it's just getting to a point that it's getting into children, and these children are not children anymore. They seem to think that they have all wisdom and knowledge, just rapidly. You know, everything comes to light to them automatically. They know how to treat people. They know what they're doing. They have a selfish attitude. A bunch of full of drugs and alcohol, and they know how to manipulate now. You know, people know how to manipulate these days to a point where you're like, wow. I just held this door for this person or this man or woman, and they just look at you and they keep going. Soulless people. And I never thought in my life that I would repeat things that my grandmother, I grew up with. Used to hear all these older people say, I never did that in my time. Or we used to have respect, and there's always used to be the word used to be, or things ain't the way they used to be. Or why do these young men and women carry themselves the way they do? I never thought that I would actually start speaking the way they do now. As you get older, you start to see things different. And a lot of, some of us did a little few ignorant things, but it's never too extreme the way it is today. People are dying, people are sick, and the lack of care is showing. You see in the majority younger people. I say, just calculating out of my head from 27 on down. This younger generation is horrible. But, we all hope that some of them get out of, what this world is actually creating them into. Um, I noticed, you hear the terms money brings more problems. Yes, it does, and that's the truth. You start to see difference in people, you know. And I'm speaking on this because I actually did a test, and this is a large test of myself, where I actually denied something for someone else that shows signs of being a psychopath. Okay, self-centered individual that actually did, made my calculations and my, analysis correct, because they do things to manipulate in order to get the things that they want, or to distract the person. As long as no one's seeing what they're doing, it's okay. There's no problem here. Um, Basically know what they're doing, and they enjoy deceiving people and being deceptive, as if they're the only ones in the world, you know. Someone will even come in the disguise of helping other people. But one thing you need to learn, especially anyone listening, is test that person and see. Keep giving them and see if they will take it. And if these people will just, deny, then their heart is sincere, because a good person will not take too much. And I'll repeat that again. You have to understand and walk into it to understand. A good person will not continuously receive. You know, everything in this world is supposed to be free, but the devil is controlling even love. Satan is even controlling the water, your feelings, your household, even your atmosphere, to a point where God is going to step in soon. Christ is going to come through the world and slowly change everything to a point where this place will be annihilated, because it's lack of care, trust, support, because everyone is just so individualized living and so concerned about just themselves. And those people that do not walk in that manner, you know, become lonely. Some of them, decide to turn heartless, and that's not the way to go, because it's not the answer. You're going to destroy yourself within. You have to just watch people and just ignore. It's your best point, because this is not living. This world is not a good place to live in. And as long as this place is being filled with material objects of any sort, from paper on down, wood to metal, and it keeps piling up and piling up and piling up, you can imagine the effort, the things that it's been doing to create something far more worse. We received a lot of things in this world through the devil, basically, too. And God brings things and controls the rest. That it makes things, as far as our lives, a little bit easier, but there's things that just comes into this world that's making it worse, 10 times worse. And I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, hey, I'm like back to the way I used to be. I used to, chill with myself. And, I used to be around friends and groups of friends, but I started to realize that I have a different mindset. I have to wonder within myself because God's telling me to get away from people, you know, come out from among them. That's scripture. Stay away from people. And it's hard. It gets harder and it hurts because you have to be away from people. People think that they're gonna think you're better. You think you're better than other people because you refuse to live a life around drugs, alcohol, sex, sexual activity within other people and with same sexes at that. And being around these people is gonna make your life better. No, it's gonna make you miserable. Because all these things is like trash, piles of trash. You can't put a pile of good food that you just bought and dump it in the trash. Because eventually it'll mix in with the rest of the trash. And that is not the way this world was intended to be. But bank account, change of heart. Wow, this is deep. You really sit and you think about that. Some people use their own children for money. Some people don't do it, out of the fact that they want something. Sometimes that's just the way they have to live. And may God be with them, and bless them to continue on. But you get some people that just use children, and I find this to be ridiculous. And half the time it's not even their own, it's other people. Find schemes and ways to get to things that they want, need through their own family members and enjoy it. It really is sad that this world is just turning out the way it is. You see, recent story I seen where a mother just drowned her daughter, and she was caught on video coming out of the water. What the hell made you do that to your child, your daughter? And this was a beautiful child. There's nothing in this world. There's so many things in this world that you can do to fight and ward off the devil, because that's who's making you do it. You don't have to you don't have to have a bank account to make a change of heart. You don't have to get things to make, if it gets to that point where you feel as though you want to harm your own children, leave them somewhere with a family member, or tell someone. I'm sure there's a lot of good people in this world that you feel some way of doing something, and that you want to leave them with them for a while until you get yourself together. This place and this devil is not worth you giving your children up and drowning them or killing them or shooting them. 2 days straight I've been hearing these stories. And this is August the 8th. I think it's between August 7th and to the 9th that these things been going on. Continuous murders in Chicago because there is no care and love in this damn world. Now these kids are just listening to this music and they're thinking it's funny. It's cool to be heartless. Your conscience and your mind is what's going to destroy you. And you really need to sit and think. And I can speak on this because I'm a person that came from off the street. Sit and think, is that the way you really want to speak? Or is that the way you were raised? Is that what's making you feel good? Or you just trying to impress the demon next to you that you sure do not understand? Or you're not aware that's actually in your people, your friends, your neighbors, your community. If you look around you, a lot of these buildings and idols and things that you living around are controlling you, your spirit, your emotions, then you're still asleep. You don't know everything. You teenagers, you 25, 26-year-old people, you do not understand nothing. You ever grow up and your parent would say, hey, sit your little behind down. You don't know nothing. Stop running your mouth. Basically, that's what you kids are doing these days. And I seriously think and hope that y'all get it together, man. Because you need to understand what world you are in. I stopped listening to a lot of music for the simple fact that it was demons. It's demons inside the music. It's evil. And the main concern, and people, is not so much of this computer system, but they want your mind. And a lot of you kids don't even know it. They got your mind already. But bank account change your heart. Things that are coming ahead in this world, do you really want to have a change of heart for a bank account? You really think you down or you seem to understand what's going on? Let me just pull up a scripture really quick. He that love not knoweth not God, for God is love. God is love. If you choose to have your life surrounded around people that don't love, don't care, love is a good feeling, a good emotion. It shows sign of care no matter what the person has. No matter what the person may want and need. Love comfort, love touches each other. Feeling. Love does not slander people or show hate of any color. And I hope a lot of you people understand that. Understand love before it's too late. Because if a bank account can change your heart, then you already lost. Peace and love, man. This is Restore Saints. 1.